When you imagine that something is bigger than you will never have it. That is the plain, hard, cold facts. When you actually think that something is too big for you, too impossible for you, you literally will think, feel, and be the person that will never have the thing. So, what am I talking about? I am talking about straight up knowing that anything you want, you can have. This is talking about the amount of money that you want to make, the type of relationship that you want to have. And I'm not talking about just a relationship with your partner. I'm talking about the relationship that you want with every single person in your entire life. When you think something is too big or impossible, it is. You will never have the thoughts that are in alignment with that thing. You will never have the ideas of a person who thinks in those ways or has those things, because you are limited by whatever you believe. Whatever you believe. I always burp when I'm on this. What is it? Okay, excuse me. So, what are your impossible dreams? When you think about your body, what do you think is possible for you? What do you think is impossible for you? So like maybe you're trying to lose weight. What is it in your mind that you think is actually achievable? Like, do you think that it is actually possible that you will only lose 10 pounds? Or, do you actually believe that you could cure yourself of the diseases that you have? Do you actually believe that it is possible that you could have your ideal body? Because if you do, if you stay in that frequency, when you look in the mirror, you aren't criticizing yourself. You aren't looking at the scale and thinking, oh my God, how did this happen? Blah, blah, blah. When you literally are denying the reality and going up here, focusing on who am I being in order to do that? What things, like, what is my ideal body look like? What do I think is going to make that a reality? That is how you will come into alignment. That is how you will actually see the unfolding, okay? And I understand, let's say you get on the scale, okay? And most people who are self-conscious about their weight, they don't really weigh themselves. So let's imagine that you get on the scale and it shows you a number that's way higher than you would have ever imagined, or worse than you thought, okay? Well, let's say it had been a month or 2 months or a freaking year since you weighed yourself. You could see that number on the scale and go, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. How in the world is this happening? Or you could look at that scale and go, oh my God, I lost 10 pounds. How do you know how much you weighed 2 weeks ago? I mean, even if you weighed yourself, who cares? Be delusional. Be delusional about it. Get yourself into the mindset of having confidence. How would you feel if you lost the weight? How would you feel if you had just lost 10 pounds? How would that make you feel? So embody that. Be excited about it. Imagine. And if you did recently get on the scale and it's not telling you what you want, recreate it in your mind. Go back right now to that exact moment where you felt so disheartened and rewrite it in your mind. Rewrite it in your mind. And imagine you just realized you lost 10 pounds, because it's the person who is feeling like they lost that keeps them going. It's not the person who feels bad about themselves. When you feel good, you do good. You make good choices. Even if you were to, decide to eat something that's not on your diet, and honestly, I think your diet can be whatever you say. Your diet is whatever you say works for you. It's whatever works for you, whatever meaning you assign to the foods that you're eating. That's why diets are so effective, because when you see proof that other people do it, it gives you confidence. So you think oh, if I do this thing, it's gonna work for me. The actual power is in the belief. It's in the belief. So I know I already got sidetracked because there was something that I wanted to say about that was really good and it's eluded my brain. But I want to talk, this is the same thing about your money. This is the same thing about your money. Do you even think it's possible that you could make $30,000 a month? Have you even allowed yourself to imagine what that would be like? What would that actually be like? That would be if you made $30K a month, you would not even care about the gas prices. You wouldn't be paying attention to what's happening to the tariffs and the stuff. Like, yes, you could talk about it from an investment standpoint and things like that, but like, think about it. Do you really think that billionaires that are out there, and I don't think 30,000 adds up to billions, but for the intents and purposes of this is like, do you really think that Bill Gates is worried about fuel prices? Do you really think that millionaires are like, oh my gosh, the prices in the grocery store, they're just going up. How am I supposed to afford this? No. And I get it. You can look at it like, well, that's because they're them. Why can't that be you? You are the one who's decided it's too big of a dream for you. You are the one who decided that's not possible for you. So no more. What you make bigger than you will not achieve. You have to make it more manageable. So maybe no, the place to start at is not 30K. You know yourself best. I say freaking go for it. But maybe start to imagine what it would be like to make 10K a month. What would that look like? How would that feel? Go to sleep in the knowing. Instead of saying, no, that can't happen because I'm not going to take on a second job. You know what? When you are the person who knows it's possible, you will become the person who does what's necessary to make the impossible possible. That's all I'm saying. So I don't even know what else I had to say about this because I know I had some good stuff in here, but that's what I have for you now. Whatever you make bigger than you, whatever you say is impossible. You're right. So what are the things that you're saying that you really want and you want to make possible? Say that's possible because you're perfect and you're amazing and you can have anything you want. And I'm here to tell you that this is true. And if you just look back on your life, you've probably hit the ceiling of what you've already set. Look at the course of your life. What did you say? If I choose to do this, what is possible for me? You're probably hitting that ceiling, and that's okay. Some people are super happy about that. But what I am here to suggest is if you want more, it is okay. You are not greedy. You are not bad. You are not rude. You are not, oh my gosh, what are the words? I don't know. You are not arrogant. You are not bad things for believing good things, because what does it make you when you believe in that? What does it say about, what does it mean? So if you were to completely bash yourself and speak lies against who you are and against your body, nobody would question that, right? Nobody would question, that it's okay that you're being abusive to yourself. But somebody might have something to say about the fact that you're too confident or that you're being delusional. You are being delusional anyway. You are being delusional in believing that all you could have is the bare minimum. Yep, you were. And I'm here to remind you of that. I'm here to show you that whatever you believe is true, dream big, and know that it's possible. That's it. So that's what I got. Have an awesome day. Keep shining that light because the world needs it. Take care.